Still no pitchers in the sixth inning, which is I don't know, is what it is. Obviously, like to make the right moves, they made all the right moves, but was a storyline for a bit. Taking I'll call him by his proper name since he went no hit. Ian Anderson out when he had a no hit bid going. I think he was tailing off, and there's clearly no way he was going to go all nine, no matter what. So if you have the bullpen, use it, I guess. The only thing about that I am interested in is they have two bullpen games coming up, right? With Morton out. So I thought I I wonder if you guys think if the score was 3-0, 4-0, they'd try to get a sixth, maybe 6+ out of Anderson.
I don't think so. I think this was the plan. I mean, yeah, maybe we're talking. I don't think 3 is enough. If we're talking like a 5 or a 6, then it's a completely different game. But it seemed like Snitker was like, I'm going to go get this game. He used his guys. And I think what he's basically, I've listened to a few interviews with the bullpen. They're like, we're ready no matter what. They're calling themselves the Night Shift, which is admittedly just an incredible name. The Night Shift comes in, does the work. I think that was his plan all along, though, was to go to his guys. And I'm okay with that. If they took him out and then brought in, I don't know, someone to eat up some innings, say they brought in even like a Chris Martin or someone like that, I'd question the move. But he went for the jugular. He brought in Minter, who's been awesome. Jackson's found it in the World Series, and then Matzik and Will Smith. So I think that was the plan all along, just to go get one of these games. And then that way, they're forcing it to Houston no matter what, even if these two bullpen games go awry from them. So I think it was the plan all along, and I kind of like it, to be honest with you.
The top of the order is coming up, too. So third time through, the mighty Astros, Jose Altuve. If Altuve jumps him, boom, tied game, and, no one would be shocked. It's the guy with the second most playoff homers in baseball history. And then the point from there is, say Altuve gets on, now you're pulling Anderson anyways, and you're going to Minter, and Minter has a runner on first that he didn't put on. So I think the new modern day thinking is whenever those are kind of the options, it's why even risk it. It's all right, let's give it to our guy. And Trev, I know it's a team you bring up a lot and near and dear to your heart, being in the Central, but what these four dudes in the back end of the bullpen are doing is looking 2015 Royals, man. They're dominating this playoffs.
And I mean, because Ian Anderson didn't give the outfield any reps, any prep, as soon as he comes out, Eddie Rosario forgets he exists and drops that ball. Or doesn't die for it.
That was a tough play.
I think Dansby did kind of like shake him up a little bit, but it's a no-hitter, so Dansby's going as all out as he can, and then Eddie Rosario, I mean, even if it's not a no-hitter and it's just a 1-0 game, that's a ball you can die for because it's not going to go to the wall.
I think they looked at each other. They couldn't hear each other. The place was rocking last night, so you can't hear each other calling for it. And then, Eddie's running in. He sees Dansby kind of coming full force, and they both just kind of stopped and looked at each other at the same time. And then from that point, it's over. They kept him on first base, which is good. And then, obviously they pinch ran and got the third because of the stolen base in the air. So tough play.
As a human with some of the most dives per day in my lifetime, whether it's baseball, soccer, spike ball, I'm diving. Blitz ball, people have seen it in the alley, on fields. It hurt me. It hurt me deep inside. Soundboard. Because there's two things when you're doing divers. You say, okay, World Series on the line. Go get it. Or if you're an outfielder and you know there's a no-hitter on the line, it's like you got to go get it. Those are the two things. So, yeah, I mean, I know it's tough, and, I'm not rooting for Eddie and Dansby to collide out there. And, Dansby's doing everything in his heart to get out there. And it's so brutal during the World Series when you get these extra replays and you see Eddie coming in and then he takes that first choppy step and you're like, no, Eddie, keep going. But that's baseball. It dropped between them, and I I don't know. In a way, it took some of the juice out of the game. In a way, you almost wanted it to give more juice to the game or see if that did anything with the Astros because, like Jim just said, I mean, the second hit is Bregman with the shift beater. Otherwise, their offense was just nothing.
Another dumb right-handed shift.
Yeah. You know, I don't think anyone cared about the no-hitter on the
Sure
Braves
they-
team.
Combined no-hitters are like kissing your sister.
Matzik said he was the only one that in the arm barn
Thank you.
that said that he knew it was a no-hitter. The rest of them were just out there in la la land because it's the bullpen and they're strange group of guys out there. But I thought that was funny. Like they're so focused on just winning the game. The no-hitter, that's, I know we kind of cared about it and fans care about it, but that team was just like, it's the game. They want to win the game.